Good morning from Down Under, everyone. My name is Remits Blitz, and we're continuing our Let's Play series of Rogue Trader, Lex Imperialis DLC, and Void Shadow DLC. This should be part 70 in the series, I believe. Last we left off, we have started someone's probably final quest line, I'm gonna guess, because normally they only have one in Act 4, and that's kind of shared between every companion. Um, so just before I started recording, I quickly did this next bit to get a bunch of achievements. I'll explain it, but I won't show it. Um, just because I don't want to KO one of my companions. For reference, I actually shot Ulfa in the head to get the achievement. But he's a space marine, he could probably take it, and in lore-wise, survive. I'm pretty sure he even has an ability. I want to say he's got like an ability or feature where he gets back up after the first time he goes down. I want to say. Um, Let me double check that one. No, 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 no. Studies. No. Once we convert, when the wounds of a Death Wall character drop below 30, they gain. Oh, that's not it. Fenris. Oh no, I could have sworn he had something that made him get like up once. Maybe I'm imagining it. Who knows? But yeah, I shot him, got all the achievements associated with the next fight, and then reloaded. So again, I'll explain how to go about it. Um, and yeah, so without any further ado, if you've been liking this series, have a give it a like and subscribe. Otherwise, we shall get right into it. So let's offer a toast up to the Alchemist Priest and commence. Okay, we only need 16 more dogmatic points. Alright, so our objective is to talk to this gentleman, and the reason why I did it and not having to reload is I just don't want to make everyone sit through the dialogue twice, so I didn't pay attention to the dialogue the first time, I just kind of skipped through it. This time we're going to take our time and actually read it. So, but I'll talk about the half a dozen or so achievements. I don't think it's actually half a dozen, I think it's like 3 or 4 when we get there. Who are you? And you admit to murdering your commander so easily. You had better explain what in the warp is going on here. What makes you think there is no Imperium? This guy is clearly a lunatic, and he's a lunatic that appears to have a working Lehman Russ battle tank, which is even more scarier. Um, you saw my shuttle arrive with your own eyes. Where do you think I came from? What is the riven sky? If the Imperium does not exist, then who feeds you? You are insane. Why do you need so many soldiers for? I need to get to the BT's outpost. I will put an end to this madness.
You will beg
Alright,
for mercy,
so
but I will grant none.
So I will show exactly what I did without no deviance. So I shoved Ulfa over. What was it? I shoved him over here out of the way. Um, then Pascal, I put like over here. I put myself there. Uh, it's actually more like I did it more like this actually. So Pascal was a bit closer. Right, Trade was there. Cassie was here. Good boy Doggo can just be back here. He didn't really matter in this equation. And Agento was there. So this is how I set up when I got the achievements. Start the battle. Missionary Oath. I guess it's doing the same. I guess whoever is directly north of Pascal is the first person in the turn order. So all I did was
It's
Reckless
as good as
Abandon.
done.
Where it
If not me,
hurts. I ignited Captain Weiss and triggered
I'll
the
see
second
you
part
get
of
to
the fight.
dance.
So, we can make someone get into the tank. For one of the achievements, we go in ourselves. Personally, we just did our turn anyway, so we're going to go into the tank anyway. So this is where you'd get one achievement. And then, if you want to get... if you want to get the two other achievements, I'll show you how to do that in a second. First things first, since we're not worrying about the achievement, I'm just going to, at least not this time around, I'm going to point blank this sucker in the face.
Understood.
And then Glado can protect. And Glado can attack.
Let's test our skills, Glato.
I guess he doesn't want to do anything. That's fine. Oh, now he'll do it. So again, I'm not going to do it this time around. But what I did was, I just drew everyone in this area right next to Ulfa before I did what I was about to do. In this case though, I'm not going to get Ulfa in the friendly fire. Instead, I'm going to drag everyone over here, which is like 7 of the little twerps. Maybe a bit more if I position it like so. You know, we'll just do it that way. We'll hit these ones.
I am a navigator.
Drag them all together, Cassia. I'll do this anyway because I can. Then just pass the turn. Now keeping in mind for the rest of the battle, I'm just going to do this without stuffing around.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
I probably should have actually better positioned myself, but it's fine.
Power
We'll pop that.
resides in the will of the righteous.
So we're going to shoot this guy up here.
As the this is why
And
I
we're
was
just going to
chosen.
shoot all these random stragglers once each. We're not going to worry about these individuals. I'll leave the horde alone just to show you the achievement.
As the
With a little bit of imagining of, instead of it being placed there, obviously we would have it placed so that they were all next to Ulfa instead. Again, I don't want to... I can even shoot these with my gun, it seems like. I probably shouldn't have dashed
I'll do it for you.
Argenta there, but that's fine. It'll be fine.
As the this is why I was chosen.
Again, we're just winging everyone for the sake of
Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is
getting our stacks up. And then Pascal's turn. So we can just end Pascal's turn. Then we get our tank turn. And all we have to do... I guess we got weapons, different weapon sets, but it doesn't matter. So I could even get the achievement right now if I wanted to by clipping Ulfa, as you can see here. Again, I got it already, I'm not going to. But all you do is put them all, fire the round,
Witness the fury of House Orsino.
and squish. So, attachment point's been severely wounded. Had you gotten Ulfa in the crossfire, you would have gotten the friendly fire one, which is collateral damage. The other one, we just killed 7 enemies with a single shot. That's tank you. And of course, I know what I'm doing, which is we got in the tank personally. Again, we don't have to worry about any of that stuff because obviously I got the achievements beforehand, so it was fine.
I have read tons of military tactics.
Power up the tank, huh? That's interesting. We'll have to look at that in a second. So I didn't actually do any more of this fight other than just get the achievement, so...
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Another foe painted black. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this...
Then we will, I guess I'll buff
If I
Argenta.
may,
We'll just buff Argenta to the max, I suppose. Do that. Then we're gonna find this hour Argenta.
I'll show you why navigators
do it.
are
One.
feared.
As the
Two.
none can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it for you, my Emperor. Doubt is for the weak. I will not. Faith without eradicated.
There we go. Then apparently we can power up this tank.
God,
So-
Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Then we'll move over here.
Foes reek of cowardice.
We're at our flamer.
See,
Burn these two. We will burn this individual.
none can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
Burst fire him. Charge this individual.
Disgrace.
Come over here.
Hungry come.
Spartan kick this man.
By claw
Pop that.
and fang, the foe will be torn asunder.
Shoot him. Then move over here. Then it's Argenta's turn again. We will, I guess, power up the tank. We'll see what that does. I'm guessing that's just going to make us go quicker in the turn
Guided
order.
by faith.
At least that was the impression I got. Fire a
As the
bolt around.
Emperor, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
And again, I'm not using all of Argenta's abilities just because I don't need to. Which is the next one that's going? You are, but you're stunned, so...
Each strike is a prayer.
Oh. We got more individuals.
Make it quick, let's get to it. Hold on.
Cool, so... we're clearly not taking that shot because... Waifu is in the way. So, fire that one. Severely damage the attachments. They got some shots off.
Go.
That's fine.
Let's get to it.
Integrity failure detected.
I don't really care. Pascal gets super hurt in this situation.
Moving into position.
Go over here. Here you go. One more over here. Shotgun.
So easy. I'll take it as a priority. It won't take long.
Shotgun.
Assignment completed. Glato, we're undertaking this task.
Glato 6 them. We'll stop to this. We'll throw that.
Understood. Out my way. When Fenris is...
Yeah, Pascal went down. That's fine.
Hold on. Let's get to it. Let's make it quick.
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull Cassie out of that area, so we'll move her down here, I guess. We're going to pull everyone up to this side here. We'll cast them.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Face the navigator's
Do that.
might. I'm not
Do that.
accustomed to being ordered around.
I guess we'll buff Salmon next.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Charge this guy. Kill him.
Out of your bones. The wolf is on the hunt.
We will burst fire, I suppose.
None
Pop that
can
as
do
well.
this better than a warrior of the All-Father. I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument.
Pop that. Flame them.
Corpse play. Die in disgrace.
That's pretty weakened. That one's barely holding on. Then we got Argenta.
Doubt is.
We'll fire a shot there. Reverend Slaughter.
This is unacceptable.
Pop that.
I'll do
Unload
it.
on them.
And escape the Emperor's judgment.
To move back here. We'll do this on this.
I am his will made manifest.
That looks like we killed that one.
Faith without deeds
Reload.
is worthless.
Oh, there's this one individual which is right here. Blado boy, sick him.
Would be enough.
Good boy Glado, could you not miss?
Let's test our skills, Glato. Face the living weapon of the Lex.
More enemies.
Here we go. Let's get to it. Glato, we're undertaking this task.
So it does make it look like they make it easier to
Hold on.
get the achievement by just sending wave after wave of enemies after you.
Bite like a pop.
I don't have a thing to fire, so guess I gotta use the console again.
Out of my way.
Yeah, I suppose that's fine. So
Step aside.
guess I'll go over
The
here.
navigator is coming. If silence
Pull everyone over there.
at least.
Do that.
Witness the fury of House Orselio. Isn't this
Do
a
that.
job for the serfs? I'm not accustomed to being
Do
ordered
that.
around.
Then suppose Ulfa can come over here.
Challenge you, damn get.
Can reload his pistol.
Rain. will carve runes out of your
Pop that one.
bones.
And there's just that one to go that doesn't have a great deal to go, so we'll
Our foes
move
reek
over
of
here.
cowardice.
Well,
None can do this better than a
okay, well I
warrior
guess
of
that
the
really
old
didn't do
father.
much. Wildfire.
See die in disgrace. Cubs play.
Running gun.
I hunger for battle. I will carve runes out of your bones.
That's that sorted. Then Argenta can just shoot this individual.
Eradicated.
Where's this last one? Over here. Do
I'll
that.
It's not
We have so many stacks that we can just do all this on
Doubt is for the
Argenta.
weak. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
There we go. So we'll throw a quick save there. Sorry, that took a bit longer. I could have probably done that fight a bit better. It didn't really matter in the long scheme of things, because we will just,
Join me in prayer.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
we'll just do
I need
this.
your full cooperation.
We function as one.
Then we shall go on a looting spree. That could be interesting. So clearly we don't need any of that stuff. We'll clearly need that though. Just make sure we've got all the gear. Looks like we have. Oh no, we've got some bodies over here. Alright. So I believe there's a few more achievements to go in this area, but not a great deal more. So we will, yeah, so we will continue through, try to get them all. It's mostly, oh, hit the wrong button, there we go.
The Emperor favors me today.
So, I think like the last two achievements is just, how do I get over there? Okay.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Um, yeah, somebody tell me that's probably not going to be better. We'll read this. And then I'm going to have to put in a pause because I can see an alert on Discord, so I just need to tend to that very quickly. So I'll be right back. Never mind, false alarm on
Rise
that
to the
one,
top, or
which
get
I
left
guess
in the
is
dust.
probably the better thing. Rather it be a false alarm than the actual plague on humanity made manifest. How the frick do I get over here? Like something is telling me I probably have to. None of that. None of that. I auto run to there. Fight is over. No, okay, so clearly I have to go this
I
way.
always have a backup plan.
I guess I gotta go up here now. I'll just double check to make sure I'm clicking everything, because basically being a perfectionist in this area is an achievement. So. So we can clearly have a talk with this person. We're not
Let
going
us
to
not
just
dawdle.
yet. We're going to have a look. Oh, no, I guess we are. Why is your landing pad blocked? I was attacked by guardsmen. That was almost killing your robot. Damage to your tithe. You are able to speculate how, following the moment, the rogue trader sends insolent lawmen to the most throne-forsaken planet there is, and she will guard the dust to defeat the remainder in solitude. Why have you not dealt with the insurgents? How is it you don't think to send a handsome fighter to seduce their leader? Your supervision of the living type is insufficient. Yeah, we're being super sassy with this one, folks. Uh, Indeed, so you're still faring well enough. Marshall has ordered the type to be transported to Ragona and start loading the barges. Ugh. Wow. They're clearly doing a very crappy job. Why don't you go fetch him yourself? I will see the clerk. Where do I find him? Is there anything else I need to know about the clerk? I want to ask you about something else. How do you keep the type safe with such a small force at your disposal? Jaeger, how long have you been here? Collecting type is meaningless to say nothing of stockpiling it. The mall is closed and they're not telling where it might reopen. Would have been better if the type hadn't been collected at all. Must take my leave. Alright, back to the looting, I suppose.
Is there money to be made? This could be an opportunity.
Oh. There we go.
Operation.
What do you got here? Scoped shotgun. Okay. Could be interesting. Warrior armor. Um, 30 to 40, 35 to 40. You got rending shot, slug shot. Does it count as a shotgun? I guess I'll put it on. What do you got here? Well, the wearer has less than 100. The corrosion is increased by 25 and critical damage by 25. Yeah, okay. Yes.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Nothing back there. Yeah, there's an elevator there. Can see something over there. Alright.
Keep your wits about you.
That's the previous fight there.
Well, what do we have here?
Done that.
Never doubt me.
Search this. Go over here. I guess up here. Open the
I am
latch.
registering a violation of the standards.
More stuff in here. What do we got here? Survey gauntlets. Okay. So more shield and sealed synergy items.
Everything here is seeping pale green. This color, it strangles me like a chain around my throat.
Take that. Look at that. Look at that. Then we got the demolition thing from earlier here.
Duty prevails.
That. What do we got here? The power hammer. So that's where our individual is. Going to keep going and avoid him for a second. It looks like we have reached the limit though. Make sure I haven't... Yeah, so we need to get over there somehow. It looks like we need to get through there to do it, so... I guess we're up to chatting to this man here. I've come for the inventory. I need a summary report of the TIFE. Fine, make it quick. Gun is member of a boy average physical. Let's see. I have to say. We're gonna turn around. I believe we want to. See. Alright, we'll do the top one. I believe we have to do all this to get an achievement. So you get this as an item, which is pretty funny. And then you get Rogue Trader 1 item. Achievement there. So yeah, so pretty interesting achievement. Um, we'll take that. For the first time in the round, World Chaos 3. Oh, that could be decent. We got some people down here.
Your judgment will be.
Oh, what a pretty enemy. Burrow, yeah, I'm not surprised. Abrupt Merchant's Dig, Someone Brood, yeah, okay. So ideally, murder it with all due haste. I mean, we're already in position for the Alpha Strike. I'll just make one step back.
Battlefields
Move
are
over there.
always drowned in scarlet. Isn't this a job for the
Move him
serfs?
over there. Take a step back. Curse.
As duty
Smack.
demands.
Pop that on us.
I'm a navigator,
Pop
not
that
a
on him.
servitor. Me.
We'll just do all this
If you
stuff on our
insist, Lord
character.
Captain.
Guess I'll put that on
On
Argenta.
it. I'll
Do
see
that.
to it personally.
We'll do that.
It's as good as done.
Press our buttons. Set it
I'll
on
see to
fire.
it personally.
And I'm guessing he's fleeing now. Yep. So do that.
Accept
Do
your
that.
lot. On it. You all fall before
Do
my
that.
might.
He comes back up.
Born predator does not become
Huh.
prey.
You went after Ulfa on like the other side of the map. How very interesting. I don't even think I can get back there.
Help me, Lord Captain.
Pascal, if you would just be so kind to
The Omnissiah condemns you.
yeah. Cool. That up. I guess that's my fault for not realizing not realizing Ulfa wasn't deployed with the
Rise
rest of
to the
us. I
top,
could probably
or get left in the
could have fixed
dust.
that. But we can boil that up.
The Emperor favors me today.
Over here. Sensory motor module. Yeah. Yeah. Again, we don't really need any items at this point. I'm pretty sure we got, like, everything. What we got? Intimidating growl as a shield. Heroic fire, so... don't need. I'll worry about that in, like,
Let
2
us not
playthrough
dawdle.
time, maybe. Open that. And then... got the achievement for that one. Thorough audit, where you pick your nose at all available containers in Lethis. So that's that achievement done. So let's look at our achievement now. You tried to kill me. Do you realize the consequences for attempting to kill a rogue trader? Why is this if your clocks were assigned to an entire planet? How did Ambles get here in the first place? Enough, where's the inventory? So, he tried to kill us. We're gonna take his implant. So... yeah, that's what kind of happens when you try to kill us.
Always
So
keep your
I'm
eye on the
guessing we probably
prize.
have to run all the way back now. Yeah, go back to the Proctor. Kinda figured that'd be the case. Save. Quark had been disposed of. What do you mean by they have bread? They had no orders where you take as many as required and leave the rest here. Who are you? I'm just as close as you are. I could rely on you. Quite simple, either you wait on my shit while I sort everything out, or you perish negatively by my hand. So drop a save, I guess.
Keep your wits about you.
To the orbital station. I will say I am definitely liking his quest line. It's certainly interesting.
Thank Russ for my sharp senses.
The machine god grants me insight. This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
So clearly we gotta probably interact with this thing here. Explain to me what's going on now. Were you the one who intruded on my conversation with Visions prior to our landing on... Abort destruction this instant. What if I simply kill you? You want me to claim the type for my own? I still have questions for the Watcher. Are you a servitor or something different? That you can think for yourself. You crave death, that's not typical for thralls who have no will of their own. I would not have a seven would not mind having a 7 like you for myself. Why do you call me offspring? You haven't told me your name, who are you? We'll go to Tech Juice one. Oh. Darius von Valancius transformed in the order of his younger sister. Wow. That certainly is interesting. Huh. Well, we'll obviously do the Dogmatic one. So, we officially hit 500. Rip. Ooh. You know, the Inquisition's the only one that's supposed to have the authority to do that. I'm pretty sure Rogue Trader's overstepped bounds there. Alright, I'll drop a save there. Guess that's...
Is there money to be made?
Save your
I mean, we
jests
talked
about
to him.
fur fleas and marked territory. I heard enough of them back on Fenris.
What ships are they? How did they find us? The system coordinates are classified. Prepare for battle, I am coming.
Time to earn your keep, crew.
Alrighty, I think I'll put in a stop there, and we will continue all this in the next episode. So, thank you for watching everyone, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you've been enjoying.